Welcome back, first timers. But if you're new here, I'm David, and this is Terry.
We're the first timers. We're trying things for the first time, and you can too.
In today's episode, we're getting ready to get these beach bods ready for summer of 2025. Yep, that's right. I'm gonna take some time.
A whole year, huh?
Yes. Well, actually in Florida, it's almost beach time all the time, so I'm behind the power curve. Terry's gonna make 3 awesome recipes that are great for meal prepping or taking on the go for work or just preparing your dinners ahead of time.
We have a Greek chicken bowl, a lemon, ginger, turmeric chicken and rice soup, and a butternut squash and black bean enchilada skillet.
Let me get out of the kitchen and I'll let her get to it.
We're going to start with the Greek chicken bowl. For this recipe, you're going to need chicken, Greek yogurt, lemon, garlic, parsley, olive oil, oregano, paprika, cumin, coriander, salt and pepper, cucumbers, red onion, Kalamata olives, feta cheese, and cherry tomatoes. First thing we need to do is get our marinade ready for our chicken. So we're going to put a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt in our bowl, some olive oil, some lemon juice, and all of our herbs. Now we're just going to mix that up. Once you get it all mixed up, you're just going to throw your chicken in here and let it sit for about 30 minutes to an hour. Just mix that around a little bit so it's all coated. All right, let's stick it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. While the chicken marinades, we're going to go ahead and start the rice, but I'm going to let the rice expert handle that.
I am the rice expert. I'm here to do that. So the first thing is you need to have Asian rice. Like, you have to get a good jasmine rice. If you got to pay a little extra, pay a little extra. I measure it like that. You make sure it goes in the rice cooker, and then you definitely got to rinse your rice. I don't care what anybody says, you got to rinse it. So you fill it up, do a little shake, and then you drain away the water until the water is pretty clear, because it'll be kind of cloudy for a while, but you want to get rid of that. Then you got to bust out the magical rice finger. And so with that, once you've washed your rice, you fill the water to the rice line on your rice finger. I know it's very technical, from the top of the rice. So finger touches the top of the rice, you go to for me it's the first line on my middle finger, which is my rice finger. So we're gonna do that, and it should be perfect every time. So I like to let the water run a little bit, get a little warm. It's almost like gold panning. Little swisharoo, and you kind of just let the dirt and grime wash away. Some people skip this step, and it's a huge mistake. Why do you want to eat dirty rice? Once the rice is clean, add the water. From the top of the rice finger, rice line. Works every time. I got my rice assistant over here. And that's all there is to it.
Now we're gonna make our tzatziki sauce. So you're gonna finely chop up some cucumber. You can also grate it if you'd rather do that. Put our cucumber in our bowl. And then we're gonna chop up a little bit of dill and add that to our bowl. Squeeze of some lemon. And then 1.5 cups of plain Greek yogurt. Then we're just gonna add in a little salt and pepper, mix it all together, and let it sit in the fridge until we're ready to eat. Got my chicken out of the fridge, and I'm gonna air fry mine to cook it. You can cook it however you like. If you wanna grill it, fry it, whatever you want, or you could use rotisserie chicken. So let's throw this in the air fryer. While you're waiting for your chicken to cook, you can dice up your red onion, cucumber, and tomato, which I've already done.
Let's jump into this first dish. This one smells really good. It totally brightened up everything in the house. I'm pretty excited about this. And that rice, I don't know who made it, but it looks perfect. Want to jump in?
Yeah, we got chicken, tzatziki sauce, feta, all the good stuff.
I never realized how easy it was to make tzatziki sauce. I love it, but ooh, it got a lot of tang to it.
It's really good.
That chicken's great.
You're right, that rice is pretty good.
Comes with years of dedicated practice. This meal wasn't that hard to make. It did have a lot of ingredients, but I think there's so many flavors here that it really would make it easy to eat this multiple times in a week without getting bored of it. You could definitely eat this all week long.
And you could even sub out the rice for cauliflower rice if you're watching carbs.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I bet if you wanted to make this a vegetarian dish, you could even replace the chicken with maybe roasted cauliflower or mushrooms. Probably mushrooms.
Tofu.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the next one.
All right, let's get started on the soup. You're going to need olive oil, white onion, celery, carrots, garlic, ginger, rosemary, thyme, turmeric, cayenne, chicken broth, lemon juice, and salt and pepper. You could either use some rotisserie chicken, or I've gone ahead and just made some chicken in the air fryer with just a little salt and pepper. To get started on this soup, we're gonna first saute our vegetables. Now we're gonna add in our spices. It's really flavorful smelling already, and I just put in the spices. Now we're gonna add our chicken broth and our chicken. Now we're just gonna let that cook for about 20 minutes or so. Now we're gonna add in half a lemon. And our cooked rice. Give it a little stir, let it hang out for a couple minutes, and then we can feast.
Meal number 2.
Soup is done.
This one, when you were cooking the vegetables with the herbs, I mean, it was
Fragrant.
super pungent.
So this is the lemon, ginger, turmeric, chicken and rice soup.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah. It's got a very golden color to it.
Does it match my shirt?
Yeah, it does actually.
Oh, wow.
Get in here.
Wow. I think you're going to like that. That has like floral and
That's really good.
even like almost like a medicinal, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
This makes me feel like I'm getting healthier.
You can feel
every
the turmeric going into your bloodstream.
Oh yeah. Anti-inflammatory properties.
Yeah.
Unlocked by the black pepper. It's got a little spice, but it's a good spice.
Yeah. The rice cuts the heat just a little bit.
This is delicious. I could eat a whole bunch of this.
That's really good. Definitely not your typical chicken soup.
And if you didn't want to use the rice, you could definitely replace it with cauliflower or just use nothing. I bet this freezes really well too if you don't do the rice. Like
Yeah.
if you keep the rice separate, then you can freeze it, use it all week, and then just add rice as needed.
Good for cold and flu season.
Oh my God, is it ever? This one's another winner.
That's not it. We got one more recipe to go.
All right, let me put down the spoon and let's get to the next one.
Next up, we have our butternut squash and black bean enchilada skillet. For this recipe, you're going to need olive oil, butternut squash, salt and pepper, yellow onion, garlic, jalapeno, cumin, chili powder, black beans, yellow corn tortillas, red enchilada sauce, some Mexican shredded cheese, either Greek yogurt or sour cream for serving. All right, we're gonna start our butternut squash and black bean enchilada skillet. First up, I'm just going to dice up half a jalapeno. Take out the seeds because they're hot.
Looking like Michael Jackson over there.
One glove. You don't want my fingers to burn. All right, to our skillet, we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil, the butternut squash, onions, and jalapeno, and let that simmer for just a few minutes. Now we're just gonna let that simmer for a few minutes, and then I'll add in some spices. I'm gonna stir this up and then add in our black beans, tortilla strips, and enchilada sauce. Once your butternut squash is tender, we're gonna stir in a little bit of cheese and the tortilla strips and let that cook for a few more minutes, and then we'll put it in the broiler. And for another kick of flavor, I'm gonna add some voodoo seasoning from Meat Church. Not sponsored, but we should be. We put this on literally everything. One more layer of cheese, and then pop it in the broiler to melt the cheese. Oh my God, that's heavy. Oh, okay. Hang on. Gotta do that again. It's a two-hander. Now we're going to garnish this with a little plain Greek yogurt and cilantro. Our last meal of the day is a butternut squash black bean enchilada skillet. And it's also vegetarian.
I know I said those last two were really pungent and smelled really good, but this one even smells better than those two. It's like a world market in here right now. Kind of actually like the Destin City Food Hall, where they have restaurants of all different kinds and backgrounds in Destin. And if you haven't seen that video, that one's great. We go and try food at all the different restaurants there, but man, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it right here. You gotta check that one out. I've been contemplating going vegetarian for a little bit. I used to eat meat pretty sparingly, and I think most of that was because of cost. And this could be something that I lean on pretty heavily if I make the switch back. So it's sweet and spicy, savory and creamy. And that Greek yogurt brings a lot of tang.
Yeah, you could also use sour cream, but you know, try and keep it healthy.
Those tortillas, when they're soaked and cooked, it's almost like a meat consistency. I know that sounds kind of gross, but it's not. It's actually a really nice consistency and bite to it, and kind of gives it a little bit more volume and body to the meal.
That's really good.
This one's my favorite.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I like the Greek one the best.
Hands down, this one's my favorite.
Interesting.
So these are all pretty healthy meals, relatively easy to make, and I think would be very, very useful for meal prepping, for lunch, dinner, probably not breakfast. I don't think any of these would be very good for breakfast.
I bet if you put an egg on top of this, it wouldn't be that bad.
Yes! And for breakfast, I'll put a link to all the recipes in the description below so you can check it out for yourself.
These recipes are a great way to start out the new year.
Well, thanks again for following along in this episode, and join us next time when we try something else new for the first time.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. First timers.
High five. You fill the water to the rice line on your rice finger.
You don't want my fingers to burn.